Dave, we're going to introduce you to a man and a program that is helping military personnel in a way the folks who serve in our military truly need it. A military career fair for local vets and their families. Now joining us this morning, Alan Pentico. He's executive director of the San Diego County Apartment Association with details. Good morning, Alan. Thanks for being with us here on Good Morning San Diego.
Thank you for having me.
How does the Apartment Association connect to the military community and the dire, frankly, needs that they have?
A couple different ways. You guys remember about a couple decades ago, the government outsourced housing of military personnel to private sector. Well, one of our largest members, Lincoln Military Housing, is one of those providers. And the other part of it is whenever there's military deployment, we see actual vacancy shifts when they deploy. There's that many people in housing in private sector in San Diego that are in the military that we actually see 2% shifts in our vacancy rate when they deploy and when they come back. So it's pretty tied together.
Adequate housing is a struggle for military personnel, as is employment. When these veterans finish their service to our country, sometimes the job prospects for them are dire. Am I right?
Yes, very much so.
So you're making connections now.
Absolutely. Sort of kicking off this is we have our annual trade show for our national association here in town, the 17th through the 22nd. 7,000 people coming into town, and being the local host association, we wanted to kick that off right, something very uniquely San Diego. So we decided to do a military career fair and provide opportunities for this. What we've found over the years is there's a very good tie-in between folks in the military and our industry. Portable jobs, they get deployed. We have jobs all over the country. You can be a property manager here in San Diego just as well as you could in Texas, Virginia, Washington State. So they tie together very well. So what we've done is we've set up 25 exhibitor companies who've all paid $1,000. That's a donation to some charities, and I'll talk about those in a second.
Yeah.
And they'll hold booths where they're going to actually do interviews and talk to employees. They're literally going through the entire process on the career fair on Wednesday from 9 to 3 at the convention center.
Not just sort of a training program for military vets. You're putting military vets together with prospective employers. I mean, people are going to get jobs at the job fair.
That's exactly it. That's what the goal was from the beginning. And it doesn't just stop at the after the show on Wednesday. They'll do follow-up interviews and things like that to make sure that we follow through on that. And we're expecting 500 to 1,000 either enlisted vets, spouses or family members of military personnel. We wanted to make sure that we were supporting the whole family as a unit.
To our military friends who are viewing today, we want you to know what the information is so that you can take advantage, all right? The time and the place, one more time. We're not done yet, but let's just make sure we make that clear.
Yeah, Wednesday, June 19th at the Convention Center, 9 to 3 p.m. If you're interested, go to apartmentcareers.com.
Apartmentcareers.com is the place to go online to find the information.
Correct.
Okay. And prospective employers who are participating in this event have paid a fee. You're collecting some checks as a result of those fees paid, some $12,500 checks for the Armed Services YMCA here in San Diego and Reboot. Talk about what that money is going to do quickly.
That was one of the things that was very important to us. We wanted to make sure that if we did this, it was all charitable. So all those companies are paying $1,000, and those funds are being split between those two charities. Reboot, which is a San Diego-based organization, they're very well known here, and Armed Services YMCA, helping the military kids, something that's near and dear to all of us.
All right. It's the Military Career Fair. It is, again, at the San Diego Convention Center, and it is, give me the time again? 9
to 3 p.m.
Wednesday, June 19th. Wednesday, June 19th at the Career Fair. And again, the URL, website address where you can go for more information. Apartmentcareers.com. All right. Alan Pentico, thank you for the work that you're doing and your association. And thanks for being our special guest on Good Morning San Diego this